My name is Charlotta, and in this video I'm going to show you how to draft a bias cut dress with a spiral seam, which means our fabric is on the bias, but all our seams are on the straight of grain, so a lot easier to make than classic bias dress. This specific style is very much inspired by a Halston look, and he used a sort of hammered silk, so it looks very glamorous but has a bit of body, but you can make it in linen, silk, whatever you choose to. But what is really nice, you can have it with a v-neck or a round neck, it's really up to you, but then you have just one spiral seam which sort of goes around the body, and you can either have it all in one direction, in which case it's really efficient because it doesn't use that much fabric compared to a normal bias cut garment, and it also be a lot easier to construct. The original style is done on a block without bust shaping, and you can of course use a sewing pattern to take the seam allowance off. If you use like a relaxed block or a bust dartless block, it means the whole style is a little bit looser, and it probably will only work if you're not too fully busted. If you're quite fully busted, I would include a bust dart, and I will put, there's a little trick when I show you how to do it on how to include your bust dart block. So let's draft this spiral seam bias cut dress. You start off with a grid. Line your front and back bodice onto a big piece of paper, and they need to be lined up on the waist and at the underarm point, so at the same level, and they're also touching at the underarm point. The original doesn't really have any bust dart shaping, which works well if you're small busted or you want a relaxed style. However, you can do the same with a busted block. Just make sure you pivot your bust darts out of the way. So the best position, as this is a bias style, is in the armhole at 45 degrees to your center front line. So that's the position you would pivot your bust darts to. So I'm just going to draw them in so you know where it would go. You can also absorb one of the darts into your spiral line by drawing the line through your bust dart, which means you only have one, which is lovely. However, with the original style, the line starts at the neckline from what I could see. So draw in whichever neckline you want. I'm going with a sort of v-neck of the original, but of course that is completely up to you. What's nice about having a v-neck is that you can start your spiral line at that point, at the v-neck point, but otherwise it can start anywhere you want, like the bust dart tip. Next, you put your ruler on your pattern and you draw a line at 45 degrees to your center front, side seams, waist. On that line I'm going to put notches already because that's going to be my only seam. I'm also now going to draw in my side seams everywhere because I need to extend it all the way around. Next, I'm going to trim off a little bit just to make it easier to see at the side seams. I'm going to trim the left hand side. Next, you need to measure down your left hand armhole to where your diagonal line hits the armhole. So measure it really precisely, and then you transfer that measurement across to your other side seam, which is identical. From that point onward, you draw another 45 degree line parallel to your first one. Finally, you need to decide where you want your hem to be. I'm going to put it right at the tip of my diagonal seam, but it is really up to you where you want it to hit. So you're either going to have a triangle with a chopped up end, or in my case it ends with a triangle like this. Now the magic happens. What we're going to do is glue our paper together at the side seams, so we end up with a tube. Now I can cut off a hem. You can either do it once, but on a full scale you would cut it bit by bit, and then all I'm going to do is add one more notch because I need it there. The back is fine because all we need to know is how the diagonals line up later on. Now we start cutting. Just cut it bit by bit along your diagonal line. Go around the whole body and it should match up perfectly. If it doesn't, go back and see where it's gone wrong. Finally, if you finished cutting up your neckline, you end up with your actual pattern. And as you find a pattern, and the great thing of course is that your straight of grain is parallel to your stitch lines. All you need to do is add seam allowance and you're ready to go. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I would love a thumbs up or a comment if you liked it, and if you make it, do tag me and I'd love to see it. And if you want to learn more about bias cutting and to pattern cut your own clothes in general, then do have a look at my pattern cutting school. I've put a link for you in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye!